All right, family. Thank you for tuning in to the Higher Levels with Shay show. So we are on part 4 of our 5-part series, which is healing both physically and spiritually, where we have been tackling medical diagnosis all week long. I'm talking about we discussed topics as far as cancer. We discussed female reproductive issues, male reproductive issues, and today we are going to be discussing autoimmune diseases. Different autoimmune diseases like multiple sclerosis, like lupus, Hashimoto's. We're discussing so much on this show today. And so I hope y'all are having y'all pens and papers ready because just like the other 5 I'm sorry, but just like the other few previous episodes that you can see and you can watch and view on my YouTube channel at High Levels of Shay or on the Kingdom Purpose Television app, just as we did those shows, we discussed the diagnosis itself, we discussed signs and symptoms, we discussed the risk factors, but then we topped it off, you guys. We topped it off with discussing herbal remedies, natural holistic healing herbal remedies to help alleviate your signs and symptoms to the point where you don't even need the medication anymore to a plethora of different disease processes. We talked about erectile dysfunction. We talked about infertility in both women and men. We discussed loosening of the vagina. We discussed dysmenorrhea, meaning difficult menstrual cycle. We discussed difficult urination in men. We discussed BPH. We discussed priapism and so much more. And so today, if you know anybody who is suffering from an autoimmune disease, I highly encourage you all to listen to this episode. So I hope you guys enjoy this part. Now, part 4 is tackling autoimmune disease. And don't forget, tomorrow is our surprise topic. Tomorrow's surprise topic. Find us at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. God bless you all and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody, and thank y'all for tuning in to my podcast. This is Higher Levels with Shay. I am your host, Shay. I am a bachelor's degree registered nurse. I've been in the medical field for over 15 years, and I am a certified herbalist. So y'all know here on the podcast, we talk about ministry minutes. We talk about the different disease process and different herbs and cures, and then we also talk about business bonuses. But today, we're going to specifically talk about autoimmune diseases. So that's this chart behind me. That is lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, Crohn's disease, psoriasis. Now we're going to tackle a few of them because we know everything is time sensitive. However, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about autoimmune disease as a whole, as a masses, okay? So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to talk about autoimmune diseases. I want to talk about the natural body's immune system or lymphatic system, the anatomy and the physiology, how it works. We're going to talk about what causes autoimmune diseases, and then we're going to discuss herbs and cures for those autoimmune diseases, okay? So thank y'all for tuning in. Come on in and climb on in, and do be sure to share and like the live as you're going to learn and you'll learn about these disease processes, okay? So I see you guys are climbing in, so make sure y'all save y'all questions until the end. Save your questions until the end, okay? Now, first of all, what is autoimmune? Let's talk about what is autoimmune first, and then we'll talk about the diseases, okay? So auto means self. Auto means self. Immunity simply means that you are prohibited from getting sick. Whether it is viruses, whether it's bacteria, whether it's just a common disease process. So as you mean like what's the word? I want to make sure that I use layman terms. I don't want to use like medical jargon and terminology all the time. So I try to use words where I can break it down to you guys so you can have an understanding, and then we go from there. But so that's autoimmune. Now, what causes? Let's talk about what the immune system is as a whole, and what does the autoimmune disease
actually come from. So your immune system is made up of white blood cells. It is made up of actually the entire lymphatic system, your lymph nodes, your thyroid, and from the thyroid you have those T cells. And we're going to get into T cells and why it's important when we're talking about autoimmune disease. Okay. So with your immune system, what happens is when there is a foreign antigen or a foreign object that enters your body, your body doesn't recognize it. It automatically kicks on your body's defense mechanism. And what it does is it's going to awaken certain cells, such as your T cells and your white blood cells, like your neutrophils, your basophils, your eosinophils. It's going to awaken those cells, and it's going to tell cells to attack this antigen, this virus, this bacteria. Okay, so when it does that, what's going to happen is you're going to start having some signs and symptoms. Signs and symptoms such as fever, such as inflammation, shivers, and even sometimes pain. And the pain isn't due to the immune system being awakened. Your immune system is awakened due to pain. And it's kind of like a reversal. So it's kind of like when your T cells are attacking whatever it is that's causing this awakening response, it can lead to pain. So that's why I said these are some of the signs and symptoms. Okay. So with the immune system, let's say we're going to talk about fibromyalgia. Let's talk about fibromyalgia because I'm getting a lot of questions about this in my inbox. So I want to make sure I tackle that. And I'm also getting a lot of questions about lupus. So we're going to talk about lupus. We're going to talk about fibromyalgia. We're going to talk about multiple sclerosis. And then that way, once y'all see the bigger picture, you guys will realize that it's all actually tied into only one culprit, one real culprit. And that, I was going to say the culprit, but we're going to actually wait on that, okay? So let's get into it. Fibromyalgia. First of all, you have fibrogens in your body. Okay, those are kind of like those stringy. They're like stringy material that is in your neurovascular system. Right now, myo means muscle. Okay, so if you ever see anything that says myo, that means muscle. Algia means pain. So it's fibro muscle pain. That's what fibromyalgia is. It's just that simple. Fiber muscle pain. Okay. Now, what is causing fibromyalgia? What is causing this muscle pain? Why is your muscles aching, and why is it being under attack? So, one thing I can tell you right now is it's acid buildup. It is acid buildup that is into your muscles. Why is it causing pain? Because when you have too much acid buildup in your body, what happens is it awakens your thyroid, right? It awakens your thyroid defense mechanism, and then it begins to produce those T cells. Now, here's where I really want y'all to chime in and really pay attention with this. So, with those T cells, what happens is they don't know, and they don't know the difference between. I don't say I know, they're very smart. You know the difference, but I'll say this. I'm not really accepting anybody right now, so we're just gonna learn right now. So I'll say this. Okay, so your T cells, you got hundreds and thousands and trillions of red blood cells, and you have more red blood cells than you have white blood cells, right? So when your T cells are maneuvering through your body trying to attack this acid, what happens is you're going to lose some minerals and some vitamins, such as vitamin B12, which is thiamine. You're gonna lose some folate. You're gonna lose some of those during the battle because it's trying so hard to get rid of the acid that it's gonna attack anything that's near its path. So this is when you have autoimmune disease, because it's your body now attacking itself. But what I want y'all to learn from this is it's not that your body is really attacking itself. It's actually attacking the acid, and it's just certain cells and certain tissues, like the muscles, certain things are in the way, but it's trying to get to the acid. Okay, so if this is making sense to y'all, I want y'all to heart this before I go any further, because I want to make sure that y'all are understanding what I'm saying when I say that Your T cells are trying to get to the acid. So anything that's in the way of the acid is going to attack it by default. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Let me see some hearts so I can know that y'all are getting what I'm saying, because I want y'all to take from this lab exactly what it is that I'm meaning when I say autoimmune disease. It's not, there is a cure for the autoimmune disease. There's a lifestyle that you can do, lifestyle change that you can do in order to rid yourself of signs and symptoms of this particular disease process. Are y'all getting what I'm saying? We are going to discuss herbs and how to get rid of it later. Right now, we're going to be structured and we're going to educate ourselves on everything first. And then after the education, we're going to talk about herbs. We're going to talk about lifestyle changes, diet, things that you can do to rid yourself of these signs and symptoms of this particular disease process. And then after this, I'll be taking questions, okay? So if y'all liking this, if y'all like what y'all saying, share this lab and like this lab and invite others onto the lab as well, okay? All right, so the T cells will attack anything that's in this path, and that's when you start to have when it's autoimmune disease. Okay, so thank you. So now you have the T cells that are attacking your folate, attacking minerals, attacking your blood cells. They're attacking tissues, but remember, they're trying to get to that muscle, okay? Trying to get to that acid that's in that muscle. So you start having all these body aches because you got all this lactic acid buildup that is in your body, okay? So once it finally gets to that particular area, now you got to understand that it is a neurological issue as well. Your nervous system has synapses, right? And so with those synapses, they're like little channels, like little pings that when it's like your brain to your body's connection, right? The whole nervous system. You have your brain, you have the spinal cord, and you have all the nerves and the neurons, coming from the 12 main nerves that are coming from the spinal cord to help operate your body. Okay, so here's the thing that I want y'all to know from this. So when you have fibromyalgia and it gets to start attacking those muscle aches, it's also going to be attacking the nervous system as well, or trying to cleanse the nervous system as well. All right. So when it's attacking the nervous system and it's getting that acid from the nervous system, that's when you have all these aches and these pains. All right. Now that's fibromyalgia. Now I'm breaking that down to you guys as simplistic as possible so that y'all can understand exactly what it is in layman's terms. So when y'all see these disease processes, I don't want y'all to think that, oh, there's no cure for this, or this is a long term. This is going to be for life, because it's not a life sentence. It's just a lifestyle change that one must take. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is multiple sclerosis. So when we talk about multiple sclerosis, because this is the one I'm getting a lot of emails about as well. A lot of people are emailing me about multiple sclerosis and lupus. Okay. Now, this is what I want y'all to really, 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 really gain from this. When you talk multiple sclerosis, that's about what it is first. So you got multi, right? Multi meaning many, and then sclerosis meaning hardening. So if you ever see like atherosclerosis, that's hardening of the arteries. If you see multiple sclerosis, that is hardening of the nervous system. Okay. So what do I mean by hardening of the nervous system? All right. So if you actually Google and YouTube and look up your nervous system, just look at a neuron, look at a nervous system, and you'll see around that nervous system there is a sheath that is around nerves, like a protective envelope that's around a sheath. Now, what that protective envelope around a sheath is called a myelin sheath. SHEATH, myelin sheath. Okay. So with this myelin sheath, let me see here. Somebody say, I see your questions, and I want y'all to stay on the lab because I will be answering and responding to your questions, but we got to save the questions until the end, okay? So we're going to save the questions until the end, all right? All right. So with the myelin sheath, what happens is, the purpose of the myelin sheath is to keep the nerve actually hydrated, and it's to protect the nerve from being attacked. Okay, so when that myelin sheath is destroyed, now what destroyed the myelin sheath? Acid. So remember in the beginning of the lab when I said there's only going to be one culprit, and that culprit is acid. So just FYI, y'all just now tuning in, the culprit is acid. All right. So the acid eats at the myelin sheath. The same way acid eats at anything, it eats at the myelin sheath. And that is the protective envelope around the nerve. So once it eats that away, guess what happens? So if there's something that needs to be kept moisturized at all times, and now it's exposed, it's going to harden. All right? It's going to harden. So when you have multiple sclerosis, you have multiple hardenings of the neurons, multiple hardenings of the nervous system. You know what I mean? So that's all that is. It is really, 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 really just that simple. Okay. So the hardening, when your nervous system is hardened, it can no longer, it can no longer transfer signals to the brain as it normally should, as it would. Okay, because now there's this hardening block. Now it's this roadblock. Now, on top of that, it is now being exposed to everything. So now you're in pain. Now you're in pain. And I get many patients who come in and they complain about that. Like, that's one of their common signs. It's pain, chronic pain. I'm aching here. I'm aching here. This hurts, that hurts. Absolutely. Because your myelin sheaths have been destroyed around your neurons, around your nervous system. And then now it is hardened and now it is exposed. And so that's why you are more prone to disease processes. If you notice anybody who has autoimmune disease, what do the doctors tell you? They are more susceptible to being sick. They are more susceptible to catching a cold, to catching a flu, because your immune system is being, your nervous system is being attacked. Your immune system is being overworked. When you overwork anything, then of course you start to have weakness. All right? You start to have weakness. Now, here's what I want y'all to get from this lab, okay? So before we get into herbs, before we get into natural remedies, before we get into any of that, I want y'all to either comment or ask some questions. Let's see what we have here. Could y'all hear me okay? Could y'all hear me okay? All right, perfect. All right, let me see what you guys are saying here. Some have been able to regrow it. It takes a while. Yes. So somebody in a comment asked, can you regrow like your nerves or your cells? Can you rebuild it? Yes, you could. Now it does take time though. Nothing is overnight, but it absolutely takes time. It takes time and it takes dedication. Like I said, it is a lifestyle change. And when I talk to y'all about the herbs, I want y'all to be ready to make that lifestyle change. Okay. So let's see here. Thank you. Thank you. Can you discuss how to reverse? Yes, we're talking about, so we're going to be talking about all that. So when I give y'all these herbs, when I give y'all these lifestyle changes, when I give y'all these detoxes and what y'all got to do, literally it works for all those autoimmune diseases. It literally works for all those autoimmune diseases, okay? So I want y'all to share this lab, invite people to y'all lab. I love getting on here talking. I love getting on here to educate you all and just letting you guys know. Like I said, I've been in the medical field for years, and I can't begin to tell you. So you can pin this comment, 33 with rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis is in the same thing, because now rheumatoid arthritis is inflammation of the arteries, okay? Inflammation of the joints, and it's the exact same thing. It is, cannot say this enough, it is lactic acid and uric acid buildup. Okay? So acid is the culprit, okay? So I want y'all to know that. And then y'all take this information and educate your children. How does that relate to TMG? Do you know I'm getting tested for all these on Monday? Let me see. I'm glad you're going to get tested. Let me see. Any more questions? All right, let's see here. And then once I start taking questions, if anyone wants to come in and give a testimony, if there's anybody on the live who's actually taking the holistic approach, move this back around. If there's anybody who's actually taking the holistic approach and they have seen some substantial amounts of changes or improvement in your body, I would love to have you come on and give your testimony and just talk about it. Because one thing I want y'all to know is that God gave us every single thing we need right here on earth to sustain a healthy lifestyle, for us to be able to fulfill our purpose, to cleanse our physical so we can connect to the spiritual realm and be able to understand what it is we need to do here on earth. So everything I'm telling y'all, you literally can get for free if you just grow your own food. You can get for free if you just arm yourself with the knowledge and the education. So when I'm giving y'all these gems, I want y'all to really take heed to what I'm giving you and then apply it to your everyday life, okay? And apply it. So if that's it with the questions, we're going to jump into what causes autoimmune diseases, or what causes flare-ups, as I should say. Saturated fats, sugars, especially artificial sugars, iodized salt, not pink salt. I'm not talking about Himalayan salt. That iodized salt with that bleach in it, that white flour, all of that stuff, and that all those chemicals in it, and it's extremely acidic. That is going to sit on your nervous system. That is going to sit on your muscles, and it is going to trigger your immune response, particularly your lymphatic system, your thyroids, your lymph nodes. It's gonna send those killer cells and those T cells and those neutrophils and basophils, the eosinophils. It's gonna send them to those particular areas in your body, and that's what it means to say the body is attacking itself. So that red meat is notorious. It is full of acid buildup. It is full of those disgusting acids that you do not need in your body. Grains is not good for people who have autoimmune diseases. Now, I know we talk about sunlight a lot in my other labs. We always have sunlight, but see, now here's another gem I want to drop for y'all. So people who have autoimmune diseases where they're hypersensitive to sunlight, such as those who have lupus or who have like psoriasis and the sun kind of burns, I will suggest that when you get into the sun, make sure that you are only expose yourself to the sun at sunset and sundown, like when the UV rays are not the highest in the sky. Okay, so go outside at dusk and go outside at dawn, but still try to get as much sun as your body can tolerate. But I would never tell you to go out there into the actual sun. Lack of hydration, lack of water hydration is also one of the flare-ups of autoimmune diseases. Somebody have another question? Let's see what we have here. Yes, thank you. Yep. Someone is putting it in the comments. So if you're just now tuning in, we're talking about autoimmune diseases. We discussed some of the pathophysiologies. We discussed the pathophysiology of your immune system, your lymphatic system, and the purpose of how your immune system responds. And then we're talking about we talk about a couple of autoimmune diseases and what causes it. So the cause of the disease. And then we're talking about some lifestyle choices that we make that can trigger these responses. Okay. So, okay, yes, good. So she's putting it down. Somebody, thank you so much. Someone is putting it down in the comments. So make sure y'all go to the comments, okay? And somebody said I have systemic lupus. And see, put in a comment, what did the doctor tell you with your what did they tell you was your cause of your of the lupus? Or did they say it was genetic? What did they tell you about your lupus? In the comments. Because one thing I want to say to y'all before we get into these herbs is make sure that y'all go to your doctors. If y'all having any signs and symptoms of y'all body feels abnormal, then it is y'all responsibility to take care of y'allselves. Y'all are in these vessels 24 hours a day. And when you know you can feel when your body is out of homeostasis, when it's out of balance. And when you feel yourself out of balance, I highly encourage you to go seek a physician. Okay? Go see a physician and ask them about herbal and holistic remedies first. Okay? Ask them about herbal, holistic remedies first. What are some natural ways that I can either cure or sustain this disease process? Now, I will tell you right now, not a lot of doctors even know anything about holistic and herbal remedies. They push them the Midwestern way because that's what they went to school for. So if you go to a doctor and they don't know any like holistic or natural ways, and they're telling you about medications and different lifestyle changes to help while you're still living with the disease process, then I highly encourage you to go seek a holistic specialist or a certified herbalist, and just go see a holistic doctor and see if they have any other remedies. Okay. Yes, Stephen Frank said no, they don't. They don't. And I would never knock them down because they went to school just like I did, and they going off the textbooks and what they were taught in school as I did before I started to tap into herbalism and holistic care, and I started really doing research and finding out that 99.9% of diseases that they claim are uncurable today are actually curable if you change your lifestyle and your eating habits. You see what I'm saying? So I just wanted to make sure that I get on here and just say that. Just please make sure you go seek assistance. And then after you seek assistance and you get those tests and those results back, then you go back and go see herbalists. Go to Google certified herbalist or holistic specialist, okay? Let me see. Yes, somebody asking carpal tunnel be cured. Yes, it could. Yes, it could. And all carpal tunnel is just inflammation of your carpals. It's just inflammation, and it's the nerves. It's also a neurovascular issue, and you get that from typing a lot. I don't know if you have a typing job or if you hold your phone all day and you hold your phone, you're bending this nerve. If you're typing, you're bending this nerve, and so you're damaged. All it is just nerve damage. That's all carpal tunnel is nerve damage. So it's not more so of an eating lifestyle with carpal tunnel. It's more of a physical lifestyle and how you are how you are taking care of your body and being aware of body mechanics, being aware of your body and make sure that you have range of motion, and whatever you do this way, you do that way. So make sure you always doing your hand exercise, your hand just to get rid of the carpal tunnel. Make sure you always relaxing it, and then if you start to have pain there, I would suggest you stop doing whatever activity that is causing the pain, and then get one of those carpal tunnel hand braces. And so that way it starts to heal itself. Okay. So that's not more so of a diet thing. That's more of a not being aware of your physical, your physical abilities as you're typing. You're not being aware that you're doing this all day, and you're not even, or you're doing this with your phone and holding your phone all day, and you're bending those nerves here. So that's what carpal tunnel is, and it'll shoot up all in your arms. Okay, so that's what I'll say about that. Now, she said, "Can you elaborate more?" Let me see. Dryness. That's from a lack of hydration. That's what I was saying. That's a lack of hydration. That is a lack of hydration. So when you're severely dehydrated, you put your body into a metabolic acidic state. Okay, so I absolutely can elaborate on that. So I'll tell you like this: if you having dryness and it's causing all those pains in your joints, it's causing pains in your bones, and what is going on is your body is in a metabolic acidic state. Okay, now your body is not supposed to be in acidosis. That's why they have acidosis and they have an alkalosis. And if you look at it, look up acid-base balance. I want y'all to Google acid-base balance in the human body. Okay, and so when your body isn't properly nourished, you got to keep in mind your body is made up over 90% of water. Every single organism in your body, whether it's an organelle, whether it's an organ, for your whole entire organ system, everything needs water. Everything. So when your nerves are deprived of water, then you're gonna have those issues. So I highly encourage you to drink a lot of water, stay hydrated, especially in the summer months, in the spring months. Stay as hydrated as you possibly can. And then if you can't drink water, meaning you don't like the taste of water, then eat your water. H3O2, eat your water. Eat you some watermelons, eat you some melons, eat you some cucumbers. Eat fruits that are high, that has a lot of water content in it, okay? So that's what I would say. So when we talk about autoimmune as a whole, we're still talking about acid. This is all just acid. It is acid. We talked about multiple sclerosis. That was the acid eating at the myelin sheath and caused hardening in the myelin in a nerve system. We talked about rheumatoid arthritis. We talked about like seriously. We talked about multiple sclerosis, and that is a lot of acid buildup on your muscles that is causing those muscles aches and those muscle pains. And then we're talking about CHO disease process, that is dehydration of the neurovascular system. And then the dehydration comes from metabolic acidosis. So your body's in a metabolic acidic state. So it's all acid, all acid, all acid, all acid. So this is what I want y'all to get from this lab, because we're going to get into some of the herbs and everything. But what I want y'all to take in this lab is, I don't want y'all to keep looking at 8 to 10 different autoimmune diseases and thinking that they're all different. It's what's going on is that it's in different parts of your body, or it's in in a different part of the body, the muscles versus the neurons versus the destruction of the myelin sheath, or it's yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So this is what I want y'all to say. So it's either in like attacking different parts of your body, but what is attacking that different part of your body? What is attacking it is acid. Acid, 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 acid. And another thing, even like gout. Now, gout isn't an autoimmune disease, but somebody was in the comments talking about gout. That is still uric acid buildup in your joints. It's acid. The problem with 99% of the disease process, and we talked about fibromyalgia in the beginning of the lab. I'll put the somebody's asking about fibromyalgia. We just talked about that in the beginning of the lab. We went over it in detail. So I will be posting this to my YouTube channel. If y'all follow my YouTube channel at Higher Levels with Shay, the same exact name as this, go to my YouTube channel. I'll be posting this video either later on tonight or I'll be posting it tomorrow once I'm able to download it, and then go back and then review this video. Okay, so I don't want y'all to get caught up. That's the point of this whole lab. And that's why I'm not going over every single autoimmune disease one by one. I'm not going over, because the whole logistics that I want y'all to get from this is it's all from acid. You get rid of the acid, you'll get rid of the mucus. You get rid of the mucus, you get rid of the symptoms. You get rid of the symptoms, you get rid of the disease. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. And somebody just said, so I want y'all to go to my YouTube channel, go to Higher Levels with Shay, because I thank y'all for coming in. Y'all must be just now coming in and tuning into the live, because a lot of these questions I'm seeing pop up will literally cover at the beginning of this live. I go live every Tuesday, Saturday, and Sunday. We cover different disease processes at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. So y'all follow my page, hit the notification button, and then tomorrow we cover reproductive system. We cover fibroids, we're covering cysts, dryness of the vagina, erectile dysfunction, loosening of the vagina, how to get it tight, men, how to strengthen your penis, how to strengthen your sperm and your libido. We're going to talk all that tomorrow's lab. And then on Tuesday, I think Tuesday, we never really came up with nothing to do on Tuesday, but this Tuesday, we're going to talk about diabetes. Because I'm getting a lot of people asking me about diabetes, whether it's, juvenile, whether it's type 2. And even with diabetes, I'll tell you right now, there's a third type of diabetes. And the third type of diabetes is called dementia. It's too much sugar on the brain and it causes Alzheimer's and dementia. So when I talk about that on Tuesday, we're gonna tie it all in as well. Okay. So for those who are just now coming in, go follow my page. And so you can be tuning in when I go live, and hit the notification button so you're in here when I go live. All right. So then I will see you tomorrow. For the person who says I have PCOS, then that'll be perfect for you to come in tomorrow when we talk about other issues. But for now, I see y'all are coming in. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please go to my YouTube channel, and this video will be posted on that so you can see the whole entire video. Okay. Now, yeah, so I just want y'all are a family, and I just want y'all to really, really, really just know that when we're talking about the autoimmune system, it is your body in a metabolic acidic state. I don't care where is that in the body. It's in a metabolic acidic state, and you just got to get rid of the acid. And when y'all have that mucus buildup, what y'all got to know is mucus is actually your friend. It's actually your friend. It's trying to suffocate the acid. So if y'all actually go back on my YouTube and review my other videos, y'all will hear me say this part a lot, because 90% of the disease process come from metabolic acidosis. A lot of your chronic and long-term diseases, this is a gem I'm dropping right here. A lot of your long-term disease processes comes from metabolic acidosis. Your body being in a very acidic state. And so when y'all hear me say this part about mucus, I'm probably gonna say this a lot on different labs, because it's literally just that simplistic. It's just that simplistic. It's not as complicated with all this big medical jargon and terminology. It's not as complicated as I know that the medical field would like for it to seem. They had to overcomplicate it so that we can have a long, all those years in school. But the real truth is, metabolic acidosis, you get rid of the acid, you get rid of the mucus buildup, you get rid of the mucus buildup in the acid, then you have the mucus buildup because of the acid. If you get rid of the acid, then you eliminate a lot of signs and symptoms. If you don't have any signs and symptoms, that means your body's in homeostasis and is well balanced. If your body's in homeostasis and well balanced, then that means you don't have a disease. Make sense? You see what I'm saying? Y'all following me? If y'all follow what I'm saying, heart this laugh. That just made sense to y'all. Heart this last, so I can make sure that I'm at least making it, clear for y'all to understand what it is that I'm trying to say. Because what I don't want is to be moving forward and I'm not even getting across to you all. That would make me feel like I'm not even doing the job that my mission isn't being, I want to be purposeful and intentional. So if I'm telling y'all this stuff and y'all are liking, okay, good. Okay, I'm seeing some hearts come up. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm gonna go over it again, because I think you must have just chimed in. And thank you and welcome to Higher Levels with Shay. We love and we welcome you here. What he said, what causes acid build? Thank y'all for the hearts. Double tap the screen. Thank y'all for the hearts. Okay, what about lesions in the brain? Yes. Okay, we're gonna get into that too. So he said, what causes the acid buildup? Soda. That's what I was getting into. I was on the diet. So soda, all that starch, all those high fructose, all that sugary, and it's so nasty, all that artificial sugar, white foods. And by white foods, I mean that the bleached foods with all those chemicals on it, like iodized salt, white sugar. I would suggest sugar cane. Instead of iodized salts, I would suggest pink Himalayan salt. Instead of artificial sugars, eat natural sugars. Eat natural sugars. You see what I'm saying? Red meat, actually meat in general, you really want to be honest with you, meat in general leads to acid buildup. Leads to a lot of acid buildup. So it's all about our lifestyle. It's the lifestyle. Dehydration leads to acid buildup. Being severely dehydrated leads to acid buildup. Processed foods leads to acid buildup. And again, majority of my lives, y'all will hear me saying these things because it is the truth. It is the truth, and I want y'all to do the research for yourselves, and I want y'all to leave this lab really just having it embedded in your brain that if I just simply be more cautious and cognizant of what I'm putting in my body, then I can take care of my body. You see what I'm saying? So if y'all understand that very simplistic, it's so simple. If y'all just understand that, then y'all are not only preventing your body from having diseases, but you're also going to be eliminating whatever disease is getting ready to occur. You know what I'm saying? He said there was left to eat. What? It's a lot of stuff that's left to eat. You still have fruits. You have vegetables the same way you eat greens and broccoli. You eat your greens, your broccoli, your corn. You have food, you don't have to add the meat. Portobello mushrooms, reishi mushrooms, turkey tail mushrooms. You still have other foods that you can eat. Salads, wraps, smoothies, juicing. You can make spaghetti out of squash. You can make spaghetti out of like zucchini noodles. You see what I'm saying? You can actually make your own noodles. It's about becoming more self-sufficient. That's the whole thing that I'm trying to push here, is self-sufficiency. Make your own bread. That way, at least you know where it's coming from. You see what I'm saying? Or I'll do you one even better. And I get it that everybody says, like, you know, eating healthier is a lot more expensive. And I concur. I concur if you go to like your local home foods, or, you know, of course the healthier food is going to be a bit more expensive. That is why when as you transition to making this lifestyle change, I would highly suggest you start to educate yourself on how to do this stuff yourself. Because the more you start to take care of yourself and you start to garden your own food, you know, you start gardening yourself, you start preparing your own herbs, your own tinctures, you know what I'm saying? Once you start to do that, then you will see your grocery bill is less and less, whether it's processed foods or not. And I'll tell you right now, from my own expertise and from what I've seen myself, is a lot of these. Okay, can we be real on here? Can I be honest? I'm gonna go ahead and be real with y'all. A lot of the processed foods, a lot of these fast food restaurants, a lot of the unhealthy foods are in low-income driven neighborhoods. Whereas, so it's more so of now you have a lack of resource. Whereas the healthier foods and the healthier food choices in these healthy restaurants are in more of a middle class, upper class neighborhood. You have more gyms, and those gyms have more amenities. And I just gotta be real. I gotta be honest, because I can't get on here and then tell y'all to go eat healthier, but then you're surrounded by fried chicken spots and fried fish spots and hot dogs this. And then what's even crazier is the hot dogs. They're like 5 hot dogs in a large fry for $2.99. 5 hot dogs, and it's like, and of course I'm exaggerating, but it'd be like 2 beef hot dogs and a French fry for $3.99. But a salad is $13.99. Of course, you're gonna go for the 2 hot dogs and the French fries. That's $2.99 versus this big old salad that's really healthy for me, but it's $13. So I've just noticed that a lot. I don't know if you guys have had this experience, but I can only be transparent in what I've seen in my life and my living and my traveling and my growing up. And so with me, I just noticed that a lot, like the resources, we don't have the resources in the communities, in the low-income communities. We don't have the appropriate food choices in the communities, and we don't have the knowledge isn't like as tangible in that community. When I say the knowledge, I mean like health fairs. I don't see a lot of health fairs in an area. I don't see a lot of educational programming going on in the area. I don't see a lot of this going on in the area. So that's why I go on these labs. And that's why I encourage you to share these labs and go to my YouTube channel, Higher Levels with Shay, and take this information and then apply it to your everyday life. So I understand because I'm living it. And I did it myself. I had to make the lifestyle change. And in me making that lifestyle change, what I did was I was still, don't get me wrong, let's be real here. I was still eating fast foods, but I was eating less of it and more of healthier foods. And then as I was seeing that the bill was so expensive to eat healthier, I started growing my own string beans first. I started growing the foods that I eat the most and that I love the most. So I started growing my own greens. I started growing my own string beans. I started growing my own broccoli, something I really like the most. That's the food I started to grow first. You see what I'm saying? So that cut into my grocery bill, and it also opened up something spiritually with me because I felt even more of a greater connection with God. And I said, this is amazing of what He's created. Like, this is amazing. And then I started looking up the medicinal benefits of these particular herbs and these vegetables and these fruits. Like, for example, spinach. I talk this one all the time. No, I don't want to talk about spinach. Garlic. Garlic is a natural blood pressure depressant. Beets is notorious for helping filtrate the blood system. Bloodroot is notorious for helping the blood system and removing clots or preventing clots in your blood and toxins in your blood and increasing blood flow. Like, I gotta go ahead and be honest with y'all, because I don't want y'all to get on this off this lab and then y'all thank you so much for the gifts. I don't want y'all to get on this lab and then I'm telling y'all about these neurovascular, these not neurovascular system, but well, it is neurovascular, but these autoimmune diseases, and I'm saying, go eat healthier, and y'all like, let's be for real. You know, I don't know where anybody's living, but I understand the lifestyle of today's society, in today's time. And so I'm going to be transparent and let y'all know that on my journey to health, I did not just wake up overnight and make a transition. The first thing I did was I stopped eating red meat and pork. That was first. Oh, but I tore chicken up, lamb, turkey, I just was doing it. You know, I was still eating that, but I started to not only cultivate in my own land, but I started to incorporate chicken wraps and turkey wraps, and so I started just doing like adding little things more to my diet. Beans, I started eating beans more, and beans are very high in fiber, and fiber helps with your digestive system. Your digestive system is also helping you to detox. You see what I'm saying? So I just got to be transparent with that. You know what I'm saying? And for those who say, you know, I live in an area where I can't garden, you can garden in your own home. Get you some grow bags, get you some soil, and make one of your closets your grow room. Make a garage your grow room, and get you some UV lights and grow you some fruits and some vegetables and some herbs. Put you some stuff in the window. Now, for those who you may or may not can't afford the seeds, this is what I'll tell you too. This is something that I really want y'all to know. What I want you, who is that? Oh, thank you. This is what I want you to know. You know what? I can actually go get it right now. What I do is, what I started doing, let's say I go to the farmer's market, or I go to a Whole Foods and I buy carrots. Do you know that your carrots, celery, cilantro, everything, this is what I want y'all to take from all of this, okay? You can take the carrots, and I cut and I eat my carrots, but that little part of the carrot left, that where you see these stems grow out of, put that in some water. Put that in some water in a bowl and leave it in your windowsill. Now it's going to drink a lot of water, so you're going to make sure that you have water and watch those little leaves start to grow. And as those leaves start to grow, you notice that roots start to grow. And when you see roots start to grow, you put it in your dirt. Now you just not only you got a 2-for-1 special, you were able to eat carrots at the same time. Now you're using that to grow carrots. And so I'm telling you this, and the same thing with your greens, and the same thing with your cabbages. When you go, well, greens, you got to be, you have to go to the farmer's to do that. But like cabbage, if you got cabbage and that little head of the cabbage, a little white part at the bottom of the cabbage, you scrape that off where it's moist. You sit that in some water, new cabbage will grow. So as you're transitioning and you're making this lifestyle change, I want you to start thinking about ways of, okay, how can I cut into my cost? Or how can I become more self-sufficient? So I'm actually going to go grab it right now. I'm going to show y'all these carrots, and I still do this to this day. I've been growing my own food for 3 years. And I still, whatever I got from the store, I procreate and I reproduce. I'll be right back.
I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always, always, yeah. You are my world in every place. Oh, it's the things that goes by. I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place. It's the things that you do, the things you do, baby. It's the smile on your face, smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place. It's the things that you do, the things that you do. It's the smile on your face, smile on your face. And as time goes by, I know I'm in a better place. I'm in a better place.
This right here in this bowl right here is in the window. This is carrots. This is what I mean. This is what I mean right here. You see those roots? I got so many carrots in my garden right now that just came from either the store or from seeds. You see this? So I don't want you all to be thinking that you can't, reproduce, or that everything is getting tough. This is pineapple. Pineapple. These are the pineapple roots that are growing. I'm getting ready to put this into the dirt. You see what I'm saying? So I'm showing y'all this to say, because I know that's what everybody is saying, like, you know, with this lifestyle. I'm going to get into the herbs and everything like that. But at the same time, I want y'all to start making sure that y'all at least have the knowledge of, okay, as I'm making this lifestyle change, I also want to save my money and I want to be self-sufficient, okay? So y'all got y'all pens and papers ready? I know y'all ready. I'm going to give y'all some herbs, and I want y'all to really, really, really detox yourselves, detox y'all body, and y'all can detox by eating like yellow grapefruit, grapefruits in general. They would really, really, really have you going. Prunes will really have you going. You tell you want to detox, definitely some prunes. Apples, grapes are really, really good. Beans, eat y'all some beans, black-eyed peas, and that'll help y'all really go to the bathroom and detox yourselves. Hydrate. Watermelon. And the reason why I say watermelon is because not only is it full of H3O2 and it's hydrating you, it also is detoxing you as well and helping you move your bowels and go to the restroom. Okay? So now let's get into some herbs. Y'all ready for the herbs? Y'all ready for us to get into the herbs? Let me know y'all got y'all pens and papers ready so we can get into the herbs. All right, so I'm seeing some yeses. All right, because once I get started, then somebody else gonna seed it. Yes. And then when you get to somebody says seeded watermelon, absolutely seeded watermelon. And what I would say with that is, with the watermelon, you keep those seeds. You keep the seeds and start growing your own. Start working on growing your own watermelon. Okay. All right, so you got y'all pen and paper. All right, let me move this out the way, and we can get up here and talk about these herbs here. Now, I'm gonna give y'all something first. I'm gonna give y'all some herbs to help y'all to stimulate. How do you stimulate? So put these herbs and y'all write down stimulating the immune system. You're detoxing the immune system with these herbs, and you're also stimulating, meaning you're strengthening them. Okay. So let's talk about strengthening the immune system, and share this lab with others. Invite them to this lab because I want y'all all to get this information, okay? All right. Golden seal. And I got them written down. Golden seal. And if somebody want to start typing them in, then go ahead. You absolutely can start typing them in, okay? So we got golden seal, oregano, cilantro. Parsley is good for opening up the nephrons, and if you want to open up the nephrons because you want to make sure that your kidneys are properly functioning. So when you're urinating and excreting these toxins out, you're gonna detox them 3 or 4 ways: sweat, your skin. So you start seeing like little rashes. That's your skin trying to get rid of it. Feces and urination. So that's why I say celery. And somebody say, well, celery is for the kidneys. You need your nephrons open so that your kidneys can properly function, so that you can properly excrete these toxins out of your body. Greater burdock. Thank you. Cat's claw. Bloodroot. Ashwagandha. Let me know if I'm going too fast. Lemon balm. Thyme. Thank you. And these are what I'm giving y'all right now. This is to stimulate it, okay? Cayenne peppers. Honestly, cayenne pepper, jalapeno pepper. Thank you. Yep, ashwagandha, thyme, cayenne peppers. Jalapeno peppers, sheep sorrel, Put those in as well. And like I said, tomorrow we'll cover the reproductive system. Calendula, black-eyed Susan. Yes, that is a real herb. Black-eyed Susan. Somebody's already typing them in, okay? Balsam roots. So for you who just coming in, hello and good afternoon to you as well. We're going over herbs right now. So make sure you're either writing this down or you can go into the comments, because I have an amazing person who is taking their time out to type this in the comments, okay? So right now we're going over herbs that helps with stimulating the your neurovascular system and your immune system, okay? Grand rising. Hardy, another fruit is kiwi. Another fruit is kiwi. So I think we said what fruits? We said apples, grapes, watermelon, and put those in there as well. Sorry, apples, grapes, watermelon. Put kiwi in there as well. Yep. Thank you. Hawthorn. Hawthorn also helps as well. So those are some in Solomon's seal. Yes, it is. It is. I say that's perfect for multiple sclerosis. Yes, it is. And yellow dragon fruit. Yellow dragon fruit. Somebody put dragon fruit question mark. Yellow dragon fruit to be specific. And make sure when y'all get y'all fruits, it's when it's the most ripe. And I'll tell you one thing about ripe fruit: it's already the natural sugars has already crystallized, so it tastes more sweet. So if anybody who has like those sweet cravings and you just gotta have the sugar, I dare you just eat some ripe fruit. And for those who like raw honey or sugar cane, then you can have that as well. But try to stay away from all those artificial sugars, okay? Blackberries, blueberries, and elderberries. Okay? Now we're going to talk about autoimmune, like the autoimmune diseases. Now you want to know how to detox and cleanse? I'm 15 years in the medical field. I worked in IMCU. I worked in medical surgical, dialysis, oncology, you name it. Renal, I've done it all. Except for mother, baby, and peas, because the kids, I can't, it's too sad. And I've been growing my own medicine, making my own tinctures, my own decoctions and concoctions for over 3 years. Yes. And so that's what prompted me to do what I'm doing now, because I'm seeing so many people coming in, and the one thing they say is either they did not know this information or it was too complicated. I asked them why did they educate, say that's too much. I'm not going, that's too much we learning. And I say it's very simple. It's really simple. And so if you just now tuning in, the number one culprit of autoimmune diseases is acid. So I'm giving you things that can help you to not only detoxify yourself of the toxins in your body, but to also sustain them. So we just went over, thank you. We just went over those herbs to sustain them. And now we're going to get into how to detoxify put your body in an alkalinic state. Put your body back in balance, because right now when you're going through this in your body is in a very acidic state, metabolic acidosis. Okay, so hydration. I don't know, I cannot say that enough. So we talk about autoimmune disease as a whole, and then I'm gonna break down a couple of them, like multiple sclerosis. So if anybody suffers from Hashimotos thyroiditis, so if you suffer from Hashimotos thyroiditis, I'm going to give you a couple of specific herbs for that as well. But for right now, we're just going over. Yes, please follow my page. I encourage y'all to follow my page, like my page. I go live 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And I post my lives to my YouTube channel. Thank y'all. And my YouTube channel is Higher Levels of Shade as well. So if there's some old videos that y'all would like to discuss, like I think last week we discussed cancer, if I'm not mistaken, I want y'all to follow my page. You absolutely follow my page and go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, and look at those videos, okay? So we're talking, thank y'all. Thank you for the gifts. Thank y'all for double tapping the screen and the hearts. This is greatly appreciated because I'm not asking for anything. I'm not asking for any money. All I'm asking y'all to do is 2 things. First, do the research yourself. Don't even believe anything I'm saying. Do it yourself. Research for yourself. Thank you. Thank you. And then once you research it and you see I'm not lying, then apply it to your everyday life. And you teach the young ones. Teach your children, your grandchildren, your sisters, your brother, those who are not privy to this information. Tell them to come follow my page as well, or they can just subscribe to my YouTube channel because not everybody can work TikTok. So I feel like YouTube is one of those things at least everybody can operate and function properly, okay? All right. So we're going to get into just some general autoimmune herbs. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it. Solomon seal. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Solomon seal. Evening primrose oil. Evening primrose oil. Now, be mindful. When I'm going to say this, make sure y'all doing y'all research on these herbs because I'm talking to the general public here. I don't know any one of you individually. So what that means is I don't know y'all other disease processes in your medical history and what medications you're taking because certain herbs can counteract with certain medications. You see what I'm saying? And like for me, let's say if you had high blood pressure, but yet one of the herbs here is licorice root, which is not. I'm just saying in general. I wouldn't recommend you to do it because licorice root elevates the blood pressure. I would tell you to do ashwagandha. So I say that to say, do your research on the herbs. I'm just giving you a plethora of different herbs. I'm not saying take all these herbs at once, but just do your research and find out what best fits you and what's going to be more beneficial to you with your medical background, okay? So you got plantains, evening primrose oil, turkey tail, lion's mane, and reishi mushrooms. 3 different mushrooms. Now, I need y'all to really Google and research the mycelium kingdom. The mycelium kingdom is notorious for the neurovascular system and feeding the neurovascular system. Okay? So that's as a whole. I'm talking about dementia, Alzheimer's, autoimmune attacks, autism, ADHD, whatever it is, if it's impacting the neurovascular system, I highly suggest y'all get into mushrooms. You can turn your mushrooms you can dry your mushrooms out and put it in a soup. You can make it into a broth. I was going to say a tea, but no one wants mushroom tea, but a broth. You can dry them out and make them to a powder and put them into a capsule. There's a plethora of different ways that you can consume these mushrooms without actually eating them. I prefer the natural way because I feel like you get more of the benefits and it has a greater effect, but I do want y'all, we talking about diet, I do want y'all to get into those, the mycelium kingdom. Sir or ma'am, I don't know, I can't see your icon, but we're talking about type 1 diabetes is included in here, and it's the same thing. It is acid buildup. It is acid buildup. So what I'm telling them now is gonna help to detoxify that as well and release your symptoms of type 1 diabetes as well. And just in case y'all can see my chart, it's Graves' disease, psoriasis, type 1 diabetes, Hashimotos Thyroiditis. I got a couple of herbs specifically for Hashimotos Thyroiditis. We have multiple sclerosis, Crohn's disease, rheumatoid arthritis, and lupus. And it's all acid buildup, and then acid leads to mucus buildup, and mucus is suffocating the acid, and it's also suffocating your cells. And when it suffocates your cells, you're depriving your cell of oxygen, so then the cell becomes, it dies, and then it say, there's a autoimmune disease. So paint that whole picture for you. It is really genuinely that simple. All right? So write those down. Now, we're going to talk about, let's do Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and that is specifically mushrooms. It is just that simple. It's just that simple. Mushrooms, hydration. Do what I said at the beginning, towards the middle of this live, when I told you to change your lifestyle. Stop eating acidic foods. Stop eating processed foods. Stop eating red meats. Stop eating, mushrooms, reishi mushrooms, turkey tail mushrooms, lion mane mushrooms. So you change your lifestyle and you just consume mushrooms and hydrate yourself. Then for those who have Hashimotos Thyroiditis, it's the inflammation of your thyroid. It's the inflammation of your thyroid due to it being overworked and overstimulated. Okay? So if you do those things, then you will be fine. Well, you will start to see some improvement, and then you continue to make that lifestyle change, and then you will see that your signs and symptoms are decreasing significantly until they're no longer there. And if you don't have the signs and symptoms, then does the disease really exist? All right. For lupus, the same thing, mushrooms, but in addition to that, it's flax seeds. Flax seeds, flax seeds, flax seeds. When you say it again, you mean the mushrooms, turkey tail, lion's mane, reishi. That's REISHI. Okay. For multiple sclerosis, same thing. The mushrooms, flax seeds, evening primrose oil. And y'all let me know if I'm going too fast. Chives, sugar maple, bilberry. Y'all let me know if I'm going too fast. Cocoa plum. Thank y'all for joining in. Somebody just joined in and said, I'm just now joining the live. We thank y'all for coming in. Again, go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, because this video will be posted to the YouTube channel. It's Higher Levels with Shay on YouTube, and subscribe. And go and look at the other videos that I posted, because we talk about a plethora of different disease processes in the ones that I've already posted. So we may have discussed the disease that you could benefit from, or a loved one could benefit from. So I'm not holding these videos hostage or this information hostage. I know a lot of people go live and they, just end their lives and then that's it. But I actually post these videos to my YouTube channel. So go to the YouTube channel, Higher Levels with Shay, and you will be able to get more content from my YouTube channel. And we talk about a lot of diseases on the YouTube channel. Follow my page, subscribe to this page, because if you do, then you'll be able to see when we going live, talking about a lot of different disease processes. I do have other podcasting days coming up on Mondays and Fridays. And on Mondays, that's on radio and on TV. So I'll be on radio and TV. It's Kingdom Purpose Radio, Kingdom Purpose TV, where I'll be doing High Level Shade, and we're listening to gospel music. We're talking about medical ministries. We're going to be doing business bonuses and all. So make sure y'all are following and subscribing, because I will start going live on those platforms as well. And we'll be discussing a plethora of different things, okay? Do you need to take all this medication, these herbs at once? No. The answer is no. You do not need to take all this at once. I don't know if you just now tuning in, but welcome. We welcome everyone. So what we encourage you to do is do your own research on these herbs, and then you do what best sustains, what best fits your lifestyle and your body holistically, okay? So that is what I would encourage you to do, okay? So do your own research. But a lot of this is what I'm giving y'all is herbs, fruits, and vegetables. So it's not even just all herbs here. It's not even just all herbs. I'm sorry, YouTube is telling me to. Not YouTube. It's telling me to put this puzzle piece on this picture so that I can continue to live. So that's what I'm trying to do here, but apparently, all right, there it is. Okay, it works. Let me see. Where do we get these herbs to purchase? So I'm sure you can find a local herbal store that's near you. So I would encourage you to go to your local herbal store that's near you. A lot of these are herbs, but quite a few of them are fruits and vegetables. Like I gave y'all a lot of fruits. I gave y'all some vegetables, and I am And I also gave y'all some herbs. So like, and when I say herbs, I'm talking like when I gave y'all thyme, chive, cilantro, parsley. A lot of those are in your local grocery store as well. Now those bigger herbs like ashwagandha, Solomon seal, you know, greater burdock, bloodroot. So a lot of those herbs, I do understand. Chaparral. I understand that a lot of those herbs are not at your local store. So you can go to 2 places that I would suggest. I suggest the Yafa Shakur website. Y'all know I always talk about that. I trust it 100%. That on that site, there's not herbs, but there's tea. They have tea bags. And you can enjoy it cold or hot. And that's www.yafaShakoor.com. And see, and I like it because, like I said, they deliver everywhere. It's fast delivery. And they have something that helps with cancer, with thyroid issues, herpes, influenza. I mean, just a lot of stuff. So you can either get it in the tea, and that way you're killing 3 birds with 1 stone, because you don't have to go anywhere and purchase it. The tea bags are already made, and you have those herbs all in one. Versus, you know, you going to your local farmer's market or your herbal store, and you going to your you buying it yourself, you dehydrating yourself, you making it your own tea, because you got to steep it and you got to brew it. And that's if you want to do it. And if you want to do a deconcoction, which is when you soak your herbs in like in cold water for like 30 minutes to an hour first, and then you begin to steep it. You see what I'm saying? So you either doing that yourself, or you can go on the site and you can buy it, or go to your local herbal store and you can purchase those herbs yourself. Okay? Yes, I'm in the medical field. I've been in the medical field over 15 years. Yes, I can repeat the website, and is www.yafaShakoor.com. yafaShakoor.com. Yep. Yes, can somebody put that in the comments? Yes. Somebody asked, is it okay to powder it? Absolutely. And that's another thing that I was saying. I don't think y'all was on my lab on Tuesday, and we were discussing quite a few. Tuesday's lab was amazing. We discussed so many different disease processes. We opened the floor to questioning, and people had a plethora of different questions on Tuesday. But what I was gonna say was, what did she say? I've told you all throughout this process, I'm giving y'all these gems about these different disease processes. First, it's kind of like class 101 is helping yourself learn about the disease processes in the most layman's terms, most simplistic way possible, so y'all can understand that there is a cure, and y'all can understand that it's our lifestyle that has caused us to have these signs and symptoms. Second thing is going to be on gardening and growing your own fruits, vegetables, and herbs. And then we're going to talk about how to take those herbs and actually make your own tinctures, making your own medicines, make your own decoctions, make your own concoctions. Okay, so make your own wax for your skin. So for those who suffer from like psoriasis, those who suffer from eczema, there's way you can make your herb into like a wax, and then you put that wax on your body. So there's a plethora of different ways you can prepare these herbs to help your specific disease process or what they try to diagnose you with. You see what I mean? So fibroids, we are covering that on tomorrow. So tomorrow's lab, we are going to be talking about women's reproductive issues as well as male reproductive issues, infertility in both men and women, erectile dysfunction, vaginal dryness, vaginal loosening, and how to naturally tighten up your vagina, men who's having erectile dysfunction and how to strengthen your penis. We're going to talk about all that on tomorrow's lab. Fibrosis, everything. So we're going to talk about all that on tomorrow's lab, okay? All right. If y'all start the process and y'all are taking your herbs, your fruits, and your vegetables. And in the way I would do, this is just me, because like I said, I don't know anybody's specific medical background, but what I would say is first, vegetables. First, I would say vegetables, vegetables, vegetables. I will first then start eating vegetables first. Raw vegetables, cooked vegetables, eat that first. And the reason why I say that is because the vegetables, it's like the fruits is there for our minerals. Fruits are there as like our driving force. Vegetables are there for stability. You see what I'm saying? They're there to maintain. And herbs are there to heal. You see what I'm saying? And so I wouldn't do fruit, because fruit is like you waking up in the morning. Okay, that's what fruit's like, waking up in the morning. Vegetables is like your energy throughout the day, and it's keeping you healthy and keeping you moving. And herbs is healing you. Like if you go to the gym and you're working out and you need to relax and soak in the bath. So think about it that way. So we want to detox. We want to detox ourselves and put ourselves in an alkalinic state. So I do not recommend a keto diet. And the reason why I do not recommend a keto diet is because if somebody said that, like, when I detox, kind of do the keto diet to lose weight. No, the keto diet is short for ketoacidosis. Ketoacidosis. You're kicking your body into an acidic state. So if you are somebody who suffers from autoimmune disease, I do not encourage you to do the keto diet, because you're putting your body in a more acidic state. So that is a diet I absolutely would never recommend anyone to do. So what's that thing everybody doing to lose weight with those shots? I don't know. It's one, I can't remember what these people are doing these days. But don't do the shortcuts. Don't take those shots to lose weight. Ozempic. Don't do all that stuff. Don't do all that stuff to try to detox, and don't do that. We're gonna yes. See, they put in the comments. I know, and it's just, don't do that. Do not do that. Don't do the cheat sheet and take a shortcut, because your body is used to its natural state. Your body is used to operating in its most natural form. And so when you're doing something that is foreign to the body, it's going to have a defense effect, and it's going to want to fight itself. The body is a self-healing mechanism, so then it's going to fight itself. And so you're only doing more harm to yourself than good. It may look good at first, it may feel good at first, but your body's going to be like, what is going on? I don't know what's happening here. And then it's going to start fighting back whatever it is you're doing to it. So I encourage you to do vegetables first. I don't care what vegetable, like whatever vegetable you really, really, really like, but make sure it's more of an alkalinic vegetable. Make sure that it has more like water soluble, it's more of a water soluble, and eat your vegetables. Second thing I would say is then you start incorporating your fruits. So do your vegetables for like a week or two, and then incorporate your fruits into it. Now make sure the whole entire time you are hydrating. And the reason why I say that first, just in case somebody say, well, should I just start doing the herbs now? Your body been used to whatever state it's been in for a long time. And so what you don't want to do is do such a drastic change so severely, so quickly. You want your body to catch up to it going back into a homeostasis. Okay? So that's why that is the best advice I can get you as a healthcare professional. All right? So I brought up those other things, like the Ozempic and all that stuff, because I don't want y'all to just immediately go to the herbs and then your body is like, you're nauseous, you're sweaty, you're like, now the herbs are gonna make you detox, you're gonna poop. But I don't want you just going straight to the herbs first, and then you just feeling all like, what is happening? Because it's too much happening too fast. Your body's not accustomed to those particular herbs, so it's going to respond in a manner of, not only is it gonna want to get the herbs out of your body, but it's gonna also get the toxins out of your body as well. And it's gonna do that until it goes back to a normal state. And then, the herbs will be, you'll be able to, you'll be able to reap the benefits of it more without the drastic urination and constant defecation. That's the best way I can put that. Okay. So vegetables first. It's high in fiber. It's going to cleanse you out really well. Water. If you can't do water, then do your watermelons. Eat your water. I say that all the time. Right. Somebody just put in the comments, you don't want to put your body into shock. You do not want to put your body into shock. And then after that, you do your herbs. So let's say you already have dried herbs. Then just hold on. Change your eating diet first. Stop eating processed foods. Stop eating the fast foods. When I say processed foods versus fast foods, I'm meaning noodles, canned foods, dried foods. Stop eating those processed foods. Macaroni in a cup, cereal. All that stuff is not real food. It's really just trash. You're just putting trash in our body. So stop eating those processed foods. Stop eating the fast foods and just eat you some vegetables. Vegetables. Don't forget, in between this, you're starting to figure out how to grow your own. Don't forget, in between this, you're trying to start growing your own. Okay? So vegetables, then adding the fruits. Now you're drinking fruits, vegetables, and water. And then you start with your herbs and start doing like in a tea or adding an herb to your food while you're cooking. However you prefer to consume your herbs. So it's whatever you choose to do, whatever you're liking, okay? I like that y'all are getting something from this. If y'all are learning anything from it, because I'm getting ready to start taking some questions about autoimmune diseases and what y'all could do. But if y'all are getting something from this, thank y'all. Start double tap the screen, or you can put understand in the comments. I just want y'all to I can see that y'all are really gaining something from these labs that I do. And if y'all have any suggestions, like if y'all want me to add more pictures, or y'all want me to start having more like diagrams, what do y'all want? Because I know we have audio learners, kinesthetic learners. So like, what is it that y'all think that I could do? Okay, I'll get you something for that, okay? But somebody tall girl, you put in here pancreas healing. A lot of these herbs I just gave you, it'll help the pancreas as well. The pancreas is part of diabetes. So I thought we're talking about diabetes on Tuesday. Okay? So Tuesday is diabetes, but a lot of these herbs, they literally almost the same thing. Greater burdock is what I would tell you. Greater burdock is one of those, one that are really, dandelion is absolutely, dandelion root is absolutely great for cleansing your pancreas and the kidneys. So, but tune in Tuesday so we can talk about diabetes as a whole. Okay, the pancreas, pancreatitis, you know what I mean? Pancreatitis, I'm sorry. Pancreatitis, diabetes 1, diabetes 2, juvenile diabetes, dementia, because dementia is type 3 diabetes technically. So we're going to talk about all of that. If you're just tuning in, Miss Red, rheumatoid arthritis is in this clip. We discussed that, so make sure you go to my YouTube channel so you can go back and look at this video, okay? So y'all let me know if there's any other type of different tactics that I can do to get y'all to gain this information. So I think me just talking and me having a chart in the background is helpful, but I can add like more charts. I could do more. I can start bringing some of my books up, like my medical books that when I was in schools. I still have those, my anatomy and physiology, pharmacology. I still have a lot of that stuff here with me. So like I can have it here and I can just show y'all whatever it is. Okay. Whatever it is y'all need, absolutely. So when you said rheumatoid arthritis, are you asking me to discuss it out, again, or are you saying that you want the herbs for rheumatoid arthritis? Because I want to make sure that I help everybody who's here on this live so no one could be dismissed. And if you asked a question, but I was in the middle of an explanation or a demonstration, I do want you to retype it in the comments because I want to make sure that by you giving me your time to watch this live, that your questions obviously be answered. Oh, you want the herbs? Okay, so the same thing. So for rheumatoid arthritis, we talked the reishi mushrooms, turkey tail mushroom, lion's mane mushroom. We talked about greater burdock, golden seal. Okay. Somebody said maybe a person to write some of the herbs and the spelling of what you were saying. Okay, I can do that too. So golden seal is like golden, and then SEAL. Thank you. That's a great suggestion. Solomon's seal. SOLOMON''S seal. I'm gonna answer that question. I want to get down these herbs for her as well, because she was asking about these different herbs. So we got cat's claw, like a cat and a claw, just like that, cat's claw. Evening, like good evening. Evening primrose oil. Primrose is PRIMROSE. Yeah, that'll be okay. Somebody said, do you recommend Nigella sativa? I just seen more benefits and better outcomes with the recommendations that I'm giving you here today. That's just my opinion. So I just highly suggest that you do the research on the things that I'm giving you right now. And then echinacea. That's ECHINACEA. Echinacea. Ashwagandha. ASHWAGANDA. Ashwagandha. Greater burdock is greater, and then burdock, BURDOCK. Bloodroot, just how it sounds. Bloodroot. So for a low functioning or non-functioning thyroid, chamomile, like the flower, chamomile. Chamomile, and you could drink that in the tea. You can do that for whatever you want. Goldenrod, spelled just how it sounds, like a golden fishing rod. So goldenrod, spelled exactly how it sounds. Mormon tea. Mormon tea. Write this down as well. She's only 26. Write these down too. So that'll answer your question. Lupus, I'm going everything. So these herbs, that's what I'm going over with y'all, okay? Sugar maple. Sugar maple. If you're asking me about menopause, please tune in tomorrow. We're talking about women's reproductive issues tomorrow. So if you have an issue with any reproductive issue, you have a family member, male or female, we'll be discussing that tomorrow, okay? And trustingly, there is an answer for all of that. 4 p.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow is when I'll be going over this, okay? Balsam roots. BALSAM roots. Okay? Absolutely. This is my absolute pleasure. My absolute pleasure. I just thank y'all for just tuning in and actually gaining the information and actually gaining the knowledge, because it lets me know that at least what I'm doing is worth it. What I'm doing is worth it. And then if you're just now tuning in, again, y'all can go and follow my YouTube channel. I do post these, okay? Yes. Oh, yes. Perfect. And as a matter of fact, share a live with her tomorrow. Share a live with her tomorrow, okay? Let me see. Yep, tune in tomorrow. Any reproductive issues or questions, y'all make sure y'all tune in tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow, okay? My YouTube name is the same thing as this channel's name. It's Higher Levels with Shay. My podcast, Higher Levels with Shay. Social media, Higher Levels with Shay. Instagram, Higher Levels with Shay. YouTube is Higher Levels with Shay. Higher Levels with Shay. And you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I don't really post nothing really on Instagram, but so YouTube and yep. And then I'll be on the radio, on Kingdom Purpose Radio on Mondays at 10 a.m. away. And I'm not charging any tuition or anything. It's free college. This is the College of Life, College of Health, Wealth and Health and Wellness, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. For those who's into business or who want to go back to school, there's scholarship opportunities, there's grant opportunities, credit score, personal and business credit score, how to get the bank loans and LLC versus S Corp, trust funds, generational wealth. I mean, we talk about a lot. But on those other platforms like Just Fake TV, and that is on Viry Network, and just like Kingdom Purpose Radio, and Kingdom Purpose Television, those are we talk about it's a podcast, and it's in segments, and so we talk about a few things per episode. So those are absolutely something I do not want y'all to miss. So just follow me on YouTube, follow me on social media, and you'll have that information, you know. So you say I'll make a call. No, don't call off work because I can't help pay your bills now. Don't call off work. What I would suggest you do, if you can't make it live, just make sure that you're tuning in to my YouTube channel. Just follow me on High Level Show YouTube. I will be testing this. Oh, that's a great question. See, you got to come to my labs too, Gwen. We talked about some. Gwen said, "What about blood type diet?" We talked about. I know. We talked about different blood types, different diets, the importance of you knowing your blood type. Type A, type B, type O, N, A, B. That's on the last live. And we just briefly talked about that. But if y'all want me to, I would absolutely do a live about just strictly about blood types. Strictly about blood types. When it comes, and when I say strictly about blood types, I mean in the differences in between the blood types, the benefits of the blood types, and what helps the blood type and help you thrive if that's your blood type, and what will drain you if that's your blood type. So that's actually a good one. That's actually a good one. I'll do that one too. Maybe we could do it next Saturday. Because I know this Tuesday we're doing diabetes in the pancreas. Tomorrow we're doing reproductive system. So next Saturday we could do blood type next Saturday. Next Saturday, yeah. Let's do blood type next Saturday. Now I encourage y'all to do y'all part. Find out your blood type. Now, from like the late 90s, I don't know about 2000s, but from the late 90s on down, the blood type was on the birth certificate. Somewhere in the 2000s, I don't know what year, but they stopped putting it on the blood type on the birth certificates. But it is your birthright, it is your natural right to know your blood type. So if we're gonna cover this next Saturday, I want y'all to go see y'all doctor sometime this week and get some blood work done. And that's when you want to know your blood type. And you want to know your Rogaine, meaning are you positive or negative? Okay? So what's your blood type? Negative, positive. That way you come in Saturday, you're well prepared to take notes and completely understand what it is. Because what you don't want to do is, unless you have children, but what you don't want to do is be writing down all the measure type A, type B, A, B, and O, and you probably just O, you know? So go find out your blood type. Your doctor, she said, what if your doctor don't want to give it to you? Your doctor doesn't have a choice. It is your birthright. It is your natural medicinal right to know everything about yourself holistically. Your body, your blood tissue. It is your right to know. They have to give you your medical records. They have to. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Somebody said they have kits on Amazon. If that's the route you want to go, then go right ahead. They have to. Yes. They have to. You have a right to know everything that's going on in your medical records. When they take your blood or they take your urine, you have every right to those lab results, those test results. You have every right to know exactly what is going on with you. If you are needing surgery, you have the right to know everything about that surgery, who's going to be doing that surgery, the pros and the cons of that particular procedure, what pre-surgical instructions, post-surgical instructions, why, the purpose, the rationale behind that, why you have to do those things. You ask everything. You be your own advocate, okay? You see what I'm saying? Be your own advocate. I've been in the medical field 15 years, and I cannot begin to tell you how many people, and predominantly, and it's sad to say, but I don't want to say it's sad to say, I would just say it's unknown. Predominantly African-American, melanated people, we go into the doctors and we either A, don't feel comfortable with explaining exactly in detail what's going on with us, or B, we do, and then once the physician tells us what's wrong with us, we just go, okay. We don't ever go into detail. We don't really ask them the question, the rationale behind why. Your physician is supposed to be in the office with you at least an hour, because when they leave and they're documenting with the patient at 1 hour, but really we all know it's been 10, 15 minutes. Because they're supposed to go over everything with you, every lab result, every test result. What does this mean? What does this level mean? Why is this important? What function is this? Liver panel, thyroid panel, your hormone panel, your kidney panel, blood panel. Those are the things that you have a right to know, and don't feel ashamed or like you bothering somebody by asking them a lot of questions. If you find a physician or a healthcare professional, because you have nurse practitioners out here as well, who is very impatient and short-tempered with you, then I highly suggest you go find a second physician, a primary caregiver. Yes. Yeah. I agree. I agree with that statement I just read. Somebody said I had a homeboy that just got his leg cut off and he didn't have to have it done. See, I need more details. Like he just go in there and or are you saying like he had like a toe that needs to be amputated, but then they took the whole leg? I don't know what that means. Yes, absolutely. So, and I see him every day as well. I've been in the medical field 15 years, and it's like I don't know why we are so hesitant to either A, be advocate for ourselves and ask questions, or B, just open up and be transparent about the something that we are experiencing, so that we can make sure that this doctor visit we're getting the best help. I mean, the most help as possible in the most holistic way possible. When I say holistic, I'm meaning don't leave out of there with a question. You shouldn't leave out of there and still not know and still not be sure about something. I don't know. When I just said take this, I don't know. You should know. You should want to know. Nobody's living in your body but you. And I tell people, arm yourselves with knowledge, because when you take advantage of knowledge, then you don't leave room for people to take advantage of you. Multiple sclerosis is cured. We went over there. I don't know if you just now coming to the lab. We went over there about 5 times. If you go to my YouTube channel, I will be posting this video. But again, lion's mane mushroom, turkey tail mushrooms, reishi mushrooms, evening primrose oil, fruit, vegetables. When you say you did what? I can't spell it. Mercy. What are you saying? Oh, MRSA. Okay. So he had, yeah. So he must have had like an infection or whatever going on in a wound or something. So he must have had some type of wound or skin opening, and he has some type of MRSA of the wound. And then with that wound, it could lead to what is called sepsis. So I'll tell you like this: with MRSA, if MRSA does get into the bloodstream and that wound is not healing properly, even if he has like feelings and his nerves is properly functioning and the rest of his foot, when it comes to a wound, I don't know if he was a diabetic or not, but when it comes to wounds and it's hard to heal and then that wound get infected, see, I got to know with more details. Was it necrotic? Was it slough? And what I mean by that, I mean, like, what was going on with the wound that was preventing it from being able to heal, and how many times they tried to heal that person of the MRSA, get rid of MRSA. But one thing, well, the MRSA symptoms, because once you have MRSA, you are always going to test positive for it. But there's a lot of other factors in that, because to be quite frank with you, God forbid, if I had a wound on my leg that was not healing and it was just constantly getting infected with MRSA, the best thing to do is to cut it off, because you don't want that to get into the bloodstream and then that person becomes septic. Sepsis means that your body is your whole entire body is infected, your whole entire blood is infected with this disease. And with the whole entire body being infected with the disease, that blood is going to go into every single organ. So with sepsis, people could turn in a matter of a day or two with sepsis and then cold blue, unresponsive. So I don't know the details to that, but if he had MRSA, I don't know, but I will say this before it gets to that point. If you just got like a small wound, go seek help, go talk to doctors immediately, and then go seek a holistic approach. I cannot say that enough. Or go seek a holistic herbalist, a specialist first, and then go get a second opinion. But and that way you're able to make a well-informed decision. So I'm not going to sit up here and bash the medical field because it does have its benefits, but I genuinely believe that the primary way of life is the holistic approach first. And make sure you take care of yourself and, to your best ability. And then if what you're doing isn't working, which it should work, the only way it wouldn't work is if you're not really putting your 100% application into it. So if it doesn't work, then go seek outside source. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would tell anybody. All right. Let's see. Yes, somebody asked, is there anything you could recommend for leukemia? We just went over cancer. Tuesday. So go to my YouTube channel and click on the video that says Shay discuss cancer cures. Okay? Because leukemia and everything for the hair growth is in that video. Glory to God. Thank y'all for the hearts. Thank y'all for the shares. My absolute pleasure. I can't get off of here enough without telling y'all to tap into yourselves holistically. Tap into, your relationship with God. Connect spiritually with him. He's going to tell you everything, especially when you're gardening. When you start gardening and you start really understanding the benefits of actually growing your own foods, your own herbs, then you will understand that our bodies we were never designed to have a disease. What happens is your body knows that it's out of whack, and so it tries to defend itself. So when you start to see signs and symptoms occur, it's really your body's just trying to defend itself of what you're doing to it. You see what I'm saying? Of what you're doing to it. So it can be reversed. It can be reversed. And see, God didn't give us these vehicles to poison it. And I get it. Somebody, well, what if I just need my, my fish, or I just need, at least eating in moderation. At least start to work towards a healthier lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? Somebody told me that that they really love burgers. They just can't stand burgers. And this is what I told them. Start doing smoothies. Start doing juicing. If you got to eat a burger, I know he said eat 3 burgers a week, 3 steaks a week. So 6 days a week, he eating some type of beef. So this is what I was saying. This is what I told him. Okay, take away 1 burger, take away 1 steak. And then and substitute that with a salad, a chicken wrap, a smoothie. Just start off like that. And then have your other stuff the other 4 days a week. And then do it 3 days a week. And then 2 days a week, and then 1 day a week. Then one day you're going to realize, like, why am I even eating this? My body's not even craving this. My body doesn't even want this anymore. Actually, I realized that when I eat healthier, I'm actually more energetic. There's no brain fog. I can think more clearly. My memory is more sharper. I can sleep well. I don't have a lot of anxiety. I'm not sluggish. I'm not lethargic. You see what I'm saying? But then once I eat this burger, I feel tired. I feel like I don't want to do anything. My stomach hurts. I'm constipated. You see what I'm saying? And one thing I'll tell you about your bowel movement is every time you have a meal, you should be having bowel movement. So for those people who say, I have normal bowel movement. I say, what's your normal bowel movement? Like once every 2 or 3 days. I said, you poop once every 2 or 3 days? Yes. I said, for how long? Not 15 years. You're supposed to have a bowel movement every single time you eat. Every time you eat, there should be a bowel movement. Every time you drink something, there should be urination production. Okay? So, and your poop should be soft and full form. If it's too watery, that's diarrhea, or that could be a sign of impaction. If it's coming out in little balls, that is a sign of dehydration and constipation. Okay? So just an FYI, I want to just throw that out there because you're going to be on this detox cleansing. And if you're pooping 3 times a day, I don't want you to start thinking like, oh my goodness, I'm going so much. I'm usually go once a day or once every 2 days. No, that's actually normal. You're actually supposed to go 3 or 4 times a day. And at the same time as you're going, you're also making sure that you're hydrating yourself. Okay? Your poop shouldn't have any pus in it. And it shouldn't be it shouldn't hurt. It shouldn't have any pus in it. It shouldn't have any blood in it. And it shouldn't, I don't want to say foul odor because when you detoxing, it is foul. So I don't want to say foul odor. Can y'all hear me? Oh, somebody said, everyone can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay. So you all can hear me. And I just want to make sure I just drop these gems on y'all because as y'all are detoxing, okay, perfect. As y'all are detoxing, you're going to be going through some detoxification mechanism, okay? So defecating and urinating a lot, all right? So if your feces has an odor, that's fine. You're supposed to. If it comes out dark green, like a dark brown, I will say this: when you're on herbs, especially green leafy vegetables, that's okay that your urine is going to be dark, and because it's the iron. It's the iron in the dark green leafy vegetables, okay? So that is okay. That is normal, all right? But you should not see blood. You shouldn't have to force it. Stop taking the herbs if it's starting to be loose and you're having diarrhea. We don't want you going into shock and you severely dehydrating yourself. So I want to make sure I put that out there, okay? That is why I told you to do the fruits and vegetables first and then the herbs, because you don't want your body going through this transition so fast to where it goes into shock. All right. All right. Perfect. She said, I can hear you now. Awesome. And make sure y'all tune into my 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to be discussing reproductive issues. And then we're going to be discussing diabetes, pancreas, and dementia on Tuesday. And the reason why I'm putting dementia in there because dementia is type 3 diabetes. Okay. And we'll talk about the sugar and how the sugar sticks and clots the blood flow, and then the blood flow can't get to the nerves, and then it just causes, the gray matter and the white matter on the brain and the toxins sitting on the brain. We'll talk about all of that, okay? During your detox mechanism, stay away from radiation as much as possible. Radiation meaning your cell phone, radiation meaning your microwave, because radiation embeds the toxins into your body and on your brain and on your tissues a lot more than it has to. So you want to make sure that you try to stay away from radiation as much as possible during your detoxing, okay? I just have to deal here to be completely transparent with you because I'm telling y'all things that I hear patients say or that I wish I would have known myself years ago. And I thought about like the only reason, and I had to catch myself because years ago, honestly, I said about 4 or 5 years ago, I was like, well, why don't they know this? And why is it, this is so simple. If he just stopped eating this, if she just stopped eating that, but then I realized, Shay, you wouldn't have known this information either had you not went to school. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't have known this information either had you not been in the medical field. And so I had to bring myself out of the medical field and put myself back into just a grounding state of mind and just a general public, state of mind and lifestyle. Like, had I not been in school, I wouldn't have known this information either. And I think for me, a turning transition for me was when I had a patient who had severe high blood pressure, and his blood pressure was always so high. It was like stroke, like 200 and something over 180 something. That is stroke. That is so scary. That is extremely scary. And he was 36 years old. 36 years old. And when I said, stop eating sodium, stop eating fried food, stop eating this, and I just went over the nutritional portion of him as a registered nurse. And again, 4 days later, he's back in the hospital, high blood pressure, dizziness, can't see, lethargic. And I said to him, well, didn't we just talk about the? He said, I stopped eating the sodium. You said stop eating this. I didn't eat no sodium, Shay. And I said, what? I said, okay, go over your diet. So these past 4 days, you tell me exactly what you've done in this diet. And He was like, I didn't eat no fried food, Shay. I didn't eat none of that. I had me a ham sandwich. I had me some hot dogs. And I said, that's sodium. He said, well, I didn't know. So that's for me was when it was a turning point. And I was like, you know what? He didn't know that when I was saying to stop eating sodium, I was saying salt as a whole. You see what I'm saying? Salt as a whole. Sodium is salt. You know what I mean? As a whole. I wasn't just meaning fried foods and spicy foods. I was meaning all the sodium. So ham is very high in sodium. Ham is very high in salt. And so he's like, I ate a ham sandwich, I ate 2 hot dogs, I ain't eat no sodium. He said, no fried food, I ain't eat no sodium. And I said, that is the so that's when I said, okay. And so when y'all see me on this lab and y'all see me kind of catching myself with speaking, it's that I'm just trying to make sure that I use the right terms and use the right jargon that I feel like I can relate to my brothers, my sisters, all of you on this lab. I want to make sure that I can just make it as simple as possible to where y'all get the information and y'all know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. I can't say sodium or let go a lot of fructose. What do you mean fructose? Sugars. You see what I'm saying? Well, what is sugar? You know what I mean? Because these tells I let go of sugar, they may think about cakes, pies, and all that. They're not thinking about soda, or they're not thinking about even like unnatural honey, or they're not thinking about cereal that's still high in sugar. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I try to be very careful now, and I try to be very intentional with my word choices and what I say as I'm on these lives. I try to be very intentional, and so I will pause a lot because I'm trying to make sure that I am using the best jargon that I feel to reach the masses in this audience so that y'all can gain as much from this as possible, because y'all giving me y'all time. I'm gonna make sure y'all leave with something. Okay, I love y'all. I love y'all, and I want y'all to be tuning in to the radio station on Mondays at 10 a.m. Kingdom Purpose, and we gotta help one another. So y'all gonna help me by showing me that y'all are.
I wanna be with you always, 'cause that is what my heart says. That's what my heart says. I wanna be with you always.